Hello, my name is Minzy, and this is a funeral tie because I'm going to talk about Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. Sorry for the late upload of my match reactions. There was a reason to it, it's just because I've been devoid of energy, I've been down, I've been pretty much out. So I decided to step back a tiny wee bit, do a little bit of hiding, do a little bit of self-reflection, self-thought, and just stay away from things, really. It happens. Such is life, obviously. Different people handle it different sort of ways, and life throws a lot of melons at you, and it depends on how you avoid them. You either tackle it head on, or sometimes you have to take a few hits and just take yourself out of the equation a tiny wee bit and see if you can get back up and start again. No, don't worry, the Chelsea results were not the reason why I've gone into eternal depression. I mean, that's just the natural day-to-day of being a Chelsea fan. Is always depression after depression, but no, it's just life in general. Always some sort of challenges that poses many a man and woman across the world. But I'm back. I am here to talk about Aston Villa, Chelsea. I'm here in Dubai, Ramadan Kareem for all those celebrating, and let's get into this topic. And where do I start? But apart from that, we go straight to the goal that Chelsea scored, and they'd actually were the better team for the first couple of 10-20 minutes, and we were rewarded really with a marauding, engineering, enthusiastic run from Pedro Neto on the right, who was by far our best player, and Enzo Fernandez, slotting home, tap in, nice and easy, 1-0. And then, rather than go for the jugular, like our game against Man City really, where they went into a 2-minute lead and then just sat back. It's the same thing in what Chelsea did here. We just sat back. We thought, 1-0's enough. That's it. Move on. But of course, it's the Premier League. You can't do that. We invited Aston Villa to come forward and give us a little bit more of a hassle. Jorgensen with a fine save right at the end of half-time, denying Watkins with his legs. But Aston Villa kept the pressure going. They made some changes. I think they brought Malan on and Asensio on. And lo and behold, their presser finally comes forward. And Marcus Rashford, who was Manchester United's forgotten man almost, stays onside. Enzo Fernandez, he was almost the hero and the villain at the same time, because he was onside because of Enzo Fernandez. He stayed a little bit back and he wasn't in line with his defence, so that was that. So Rashford wasn't onside, but the main culprit was Malo Gusto. You little nincompoop. What were you doing? What were you doing? That was a simple stretch your legs, get anything on it, and just kick the ball away. Instead, you stretch your legs, you toss the ball for a perfect, almost assist for Rashford to make an assist and put the ball across the face of the goal for Asensio to tap in. It's almost laughable. Watch it. I watched it and I went, what are you doing, Gusto? What are you doing? Like, you got there, you stretched your legs, just put your foot through it and put it out for a corner or something. Instead, he lays it off perfectly for Marcus Rashford to put the ball across the face of the goal. It's a joke. And like I said, I'm having grievances with Cole Palmer because he's dropped off. He's massively dropped off. Caicedo puts him through the middle. He was on one-on-one with the keeper. Martinez has slipped. This could put us 2-1 up, but then he fucking slips. I don't know what to say. They both slipped at the same time, and then by the time he gets up, there's, I think, at least two Aston Villa players into the goal line just to cover Martinez, who's miles out of his goalie technical area, and then one of them gets a block in. I don't know what's gone wrong with this guy, really. It's an absolute disaster class from Cole Palmer. And then, like I said, Enzo Fernandez, he was a hero and villain at the same time. He gives the ball away in the middle of the park. Aston Villa break. Malan Su one-on-one with the keeper, and boom, thankfully the keeper saves it with the legs. And then comes the corner kick. They play it short. Marcus Rashford again puts the ball back. Comes to Asensio and straight at the keeper. Except it wasn't straight at the keeper. It was straight at the keeper, underneath the fucking keeper, and into the back of the fucking Villa net to make it 2-1 to bloody Aston Villa. I don't know what to say anymore. We've gone from potentially challenging and breaking every Liverpool fan's hearts for the title challenge to being put into the bloody abyss, really. I don't know what to say anymore. I generally don't know what to say anymore. It's just... we're a joke. We're an absolute bloody joke. I don't understand how in the January transfer window it was clear that we were lacking an out-and-out goal scorer. I know the January transfer window is difficult to get anyone in. I'm not saying that we could have easily put a cheeky £300 billion bid for Kylian Mbappe to come from Real Madrid to London. Obviously that's not going to happen, and you can't under this FFP umbrella bracket, can you? But we refused to get a striker. We loaned a bunch of players out, including João Felix to AC Milan, which I don't understand why we did that. You know, we're missing a creative player, and we're lacking really in terms of leadership at the back. Cole, Fofana, Adebayo, Chalaba, you know, and in the middle with Lavia, all either injured or just lacking sort of senior sort of leadership and authority. It's just all over the place, really. But the damning thing was we just couldn't get an out-and-out striker. We didn't bother trying to get one in January. You know, now look at us. We're absolutely struggling. Absolutely struggling, and it's not good. It's not bloody good. I'm sick and tired of watching lamentable, despicable performances, and this was one of them. This was definitely one of them, and I've had enough. I've genuinely had enough of watching defeat after carrying defeat after carrying defeat. Obviously, the next game was Southampton. And we all know what happened there, but overall, if I'm to relate to this game, I don't know where I see Chelsea going. As the saying goes, they just need to hang in tight, really. And it's going to be a toughie. It's going to be an absolute toughie. Anyways, that's the video done today for Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. I'm going to be more positive now and talk about Bangladesh's Champions Trophy campaign. Let's keep that positivity running, shall we? Goodbye, good night, and I'll see you for that video.